Absolute
Radio.
Hello, it's the Not the Weekend podcast, and it's
Wednesday morning.
probably, although you might be a bit late on this, that would be all right. And I'm Frank Skinner, I'm with Emily and Gareth.
Hello.
Hello, Frank, and you're back properly now.
Yeah.
Yes, I am back. I'm also in Norway. But, you know, in a way we all are,
Yeah.
don't you think?
Yeah, I do.
Yes. Did you see that moose on...
How dare you?
There was sorry. Sorry, it was a reflection in the glass. There was a moose on YouTube that was in Norway. He'd gone into a shop
Really?
and broke some stuff. It wasn't a funny clip.
Well, why were you watching an unfunny clip of a moose in Norway?
Well, it's just because it said Norway. I thought, well, I'll go and see what life's like in Norway.
So instead of going on TripAdvisor, you go onto YouTube.
Well, what's
Before you go
happened in Norway, it seems to me, is the normal barriers between the animal world and the human world have completely broken down. There's a moose in a shop. Can that be right?
on- I don't know, but I like the sound of it.
Well, you should have seen the sight of it. It was quite a polished floor. And you could see the hoof. There was a lack of grippage on the hoof.
Oh, was there click-clacking?
I thought the whole damn moose was going to go over like a house of cards. But anyway, so sad news. I hate to begin with sad news, but once again, there's an honours list about to be put together, and there is no Sir Bruce Forsyth.
Oh, dear.
And there's been a long campaign now. I think 17 people on Facebook have suggested, and one of them was a former Miss Costa Rica, have suggested that Bruce should get a knighthood, and it just hasn't happened. And I read a thing in the paper that suggested that maybe the Queen just doesn't like him.
Yeah, but you know, I actually think it's embarrassing. He's begging for it now.
Yeah.
He's begging for it now. And I just think, you can't put pressure on the Queen. No one puts Queenie in a corner.
No.
You can't do that.
You can't seem like you want to.
Well,
too
actually,
much, can
when
you?
I put a stamp on a letter, I do.
Oh, very good.
But I wouldn't mind him getting a knighthood. I mean, to be fair, he looks like he wears a knighthood. He looks like that kind of bloke, doesn't he? The toupee goes off. I imagine there's a kind of one of those heads, one of those hatter's heads on the
Those
bedside
wooden
table. Yeah, and the toupee goes on that, and then he puts on like a sort of wee willy winky.
Little nightcap.
Yes,
But don't
I've
you
heard
thi-
he's got a wee willy winky, but that's Shelby's gossip I will not be part of.
Don't you think that there are certain things in life you can't ask for? Like, you know, and certain bedroom acts, perhaps, you can't ask for, they have to be offered. And I think that's the same in this case. You can't ask for a knighthood, Frank.
No, I don't think he's asked.
Sorry, bedroom acts.
No.
Sorry,
I don't know if you've seen any bedroom acts. I booked a double act the other night who were in there, and they were good. They did about 20 minutes, and they were all right. Did a lot of stuff about pillow stuffing.
Morecambe and Wise suddenly sometimes were in a bed, weren't they?
Yeah, yeah.
Hardy.
I don't think that's a secret. By any means. He got a CBE in 2006.
Exactly. So,
But I think
don't
that
be
was
so greedy.
the CBE is the sort of bronze medal of the honours world, isn't it? It's like MBE is the silver and the knighthood and the damehood. Is it a damehood?
yeah.
Dameship. That's the gold.
Is it like a
The
silver
Damehood.
Sony Award, the CBE?
Yeah, it is.
Oh,
well,
we got one
it's
of
like a
them.
bronze Sony Award.
Oh, we
It's
didn't get
even
that.
worse.
That's awful.
But I wouldn't mind. I read the bloke. There was this bloke was arguing that he should have one in one of the papers, and that Bruce had been overlooked. And he listed some of the people. What?
Who cares?
Well, I care.
Do you?
I'll tell you what I did care about.
Do you want Brucey to have a knighthood?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind him having a night. When you see some of the people, you know, Sir Nick Faldo.
Was it Sir Nick Faldo?
Yeah, I
Was
mean,
he what's it, golf?
yes. Golf.
Gareth writes Wikipedia. Is he what golf?
Yeah. And that's more Ask Jeeves, I think. If you, what golf? Anyway, so
Maybe he does charity stuff as well.
this bloke did point out that Vicky Michelle, you know
oh,
Vicky
yeah,
Michelle,
yeah.
she's got a CBE. It does seem a bit harsh that she's got one and Bruce
She hasn't got
the
a
same.
CBE.
She got one, yeah.
How did you get that?
Well, I suppose for services to comedy.
It was a slow decade.
I'll tell you what, I read that Bruce
Yeah.
was going to do less hours on on Strictly Come Dancing because he's getting a bit...
Oh, not just in life.
No.
Yeah.
And he's going to do less hours, he's dead. That's how they've broken it to the British public. Bruce is going to be doing less hours, then leave it for a couple of days. Oh, he's going to be doing considerably less hours. Oh, I wonder what's going on. He's dead. Oh, well, at least there was a ramp to that grief. We weren't just confronted with it instantly. But it said, this is what it said. It said that they're going to do a live Sunday results night for...
Strictly Come Dancing.
Yeah, and they said he won't be doing that because he's
Why?
he said he has to spend the whole day. That's one reason. The death thing.
No more life work.
But he's doing Saturdays. They figure they'll take it a couple of series before anyone cottons on.
Yeah.
Anyway, he said he spends the whole day in bed on a Sunday after he's done.
Oh, how sleazy. Him and Will Neely, yeah? In the black satin sheets.
Yeah,
Horrible.
Apparently she will nearly her fast. So, no, but what it said that... I flicked down the story to see the rest of it, and it said he does 30 minutes. I thought it said he was going to do 30 minutes of sketches. And I thought, well, that is going to be the best thing. So now, Strictly Come Dancing will have 30 minutes of Bruce-based sketches on it. How absolutely magnificent. But it actually said he does 30 minutes of stretches every day. And
What, in the bed? Oh, I hate that he doesn't get out of bed. It's revolting.
no, that's because he's exhausted from his work on a Saturday on Strictly. He gets out of bed some days. Obviously gets out less since he's died.
He's just going to spend more and more time in bed.
They're just leading us into it gently by saying he doesn't get out of
Eventually
bed.
he will become bed. As he merges with it. Can I point out, by the way, that Bruce Forsyth is totally alive at the time of this recording?
Yeah,
Except
at
for
the time of
Sundays.
recording.
And I celebrate that fact because I would be very happy for him to get a knighthood. Can I say that? If you're in bed all day, you might as well get a knighthood. And get a night shirt as well while you're at it. Don't just lie there in that shorty kimono you like to wear.
Oh, that's made me feel sick.
Don't be horrible, he's an old man. I don't think anyone's going to argue with that. So, now what was the thing you were going on about, handshakes, Gareth?
Yes. Now, some boffins,
No?
it said in the paper, boffins were involved. I think in Manchester University.
Are those very squat birds with the yellow beak?
That's right, yeah.
Okay.
I was a silly. There's a lot of them. And they've devised the perfect handshake. They've given you guidelines. Because it can be awkward. Greetings can be really awkward. So
Not really, I'm very good at this kind of thing.
Yeah, I know. This is partly why I want to talk to you.
Okay.
So what the guidelines they've given is dry palms.
Dry palms
The
is
mistake I've been making is oiling up first.
No, but I shake... on a Sunday I go to... Roman Catholic Mass, and there's a bit called the Sign of Peace where you all shake hands and say peace be with you, and you'd be surprised how many clammy hands you have to-
Really?
and I mean really quite clammy. Ones that feel like they've just been moisturised and not rubbed in yet.
Are you supposed to eat clams in church?
I think that's acceptable.
Okay. So try a strong grip with fingers under the receiving palm.
Fingers under the wrist. Oh yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. Maintain eye contact.
Yeah, I agree. Now that I'm strong on. I hate it when people shake your hand and look somewhere else.
What sort of animal does that? I've never experienced that.
I think they're looking to see if anyone more exciting's in the room. That's what I.
Oh, I
would say.
do that, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I've had it before intimate relations.
Really?
You know when you shake hands before. Yeah,
Yeah.
I always
Before
shake
the
hands.
money changes hands.
No, I always shake hands
Yeah.
before making love, just to put everything on an even keel.
And do you maintain eye contact throughout?
No, not on a good night. I like the last 5 minutes, my eyes roll to the top of my head.
Oh, God.
Anyway, look, so
2 to 4 vigorous shakes.
What?
yes, what a night that was. You know, I haven't been to Dubai since.
They reckon. They reckon 2 to 4 vigorous shakes for 2 to 3 seconds.
2 to 3 seconds.
And,
Actually, you don't want to be doing that. You don't want to stop watching the other hand.
No.
No.
Chris Eubank used to pride himself on having a very, very firm... I mean,
Did he have a vigorous shake?
No, well, to be honest, it was bullying, really. He used to shake your hand and
I
he'd
hate
squeeze it. He'd really squeeze it so it
Yeah.
hurt.
Oh, yes. Oh, do you know, I think I've been on the receiving end of him.
Yes, I've heard that. Yes. Did you retain eye contact?
Yes.
Well, you couldn't, could you? Be covered in saliva. So,
I didn't mean that. Sorry.
no, he'd squeeze.
No, but I've shaken his hand.
Yes.
I met him at a celebrity party.
Surely he wouldn't squeeze a lady's hard
He
like
did.
that.
I remember it being. He squeezed it. It was quite a vigorous shake.
Yes.
No, I hate that. Do you remember Chris Ramsey, who was one of our guests?
Yes.
When I gigged with him one time, and we went to the gig, and the guy who was promoting the gig shook our hands, and as he did it, he did the most painful handshake you've ever had. So like, there was a crack. And he did it to all of us, and then Chris arrived.
It's when the outside knuckle touches the inside knuckle.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
Really dreadful. And we all, didn't know what, and we were all shocked by it. And then Chris arrived, and he shook his hand, and Chris said, what did I ever do to you?"
Why does he turn
And it
into
was,
Cookie Monster?
He's from the north.
Oh, is he?
Okay.
But no, what I would say to you, Gareth, advice: re-greeting, re-handshaking.
Yes.
I tend to practice the double kiss, as you're both probably aware, when I meet someone. But the trouble is, it's becoming adopted by too many now.
Right.
So I've had to do something else.
Are you saying that you pioneered the double kiss? Is that your suggestion?
I was an early adopter in this country. So I'll kiss on one cheek, and then I grab them in a sort of arm lock. You'll notice I do that.
Really?
Yeah, in a hug. So
An
it's
arm
kiss
lock?
and hug.
Like a half Nelson.
Yeah, half Nelson, yeah. Seems to work.
So one arm
Yeah. and a kiss.
flung over the shoulder.
I don't think you can do that to men, though.
just-
It's a bit weird.
Okay, well,
You two shook hands the other day when you met.
Yes.
it was a very warm handshake.
Well, I would have hugged you, but there was a
There
table
was a
in
table
between
in the
us.
way, yeah, it's true.
And I was like this when I won the Korean table tennis championships. I had to settle for a handshake. I couldn't reach him. I just couldn't reach him. As simple as that. The kissing. I'll tell you my worst kissing experience is.
Chris Eubank?
No, I imagine even his lips would squeeze. Yeah, he was so aggressive with it. Anyway, by the way, Chris Eubank, I once saw him shake hands with Jeff Goldblum.
Oh, that would have been a good photo.
Yeah, and you know Jeff Goldblum is, I find him one of the most annoying people on the planet.
Really? Why?
Because his idea of acting seems to be speaking in a way that no one has ever spoken, with all the stresses in the wrong. So his idea of acting would be, I went to the shops at the end of the road, and I think, no, that's not acting. That's just saying words in odd ways. I saw him. He's on in the West End, and I went past a poster.
Oh, yeah.
And I saw him, and I thought, you'll just be going, yeah, I spoke to Marissa yesterday, and she said that, and who wants that? Who wants that? So anyway, he got his comeuppance, because Chris Eubank squeezed his hand so hard that his knees bent. Jeff Goldblum's knees actually...
He buckled at the knee.
Yeah, he buckled.
He was suddenly 4'2".
And he went, wow, that was hard, and it hurt. And I think it did, and I was glad. Anyway, I was in a green room, not a green room, but a room where one goes after a show, and Elvis Costello was there.
Oh, yeah.
With his wife of the time, I say of the time, Cot, she was called. I don't know if you remember, she was in
Oh,
the...
is this pre-Diana?
Oh, yes.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
What was her name?
Cot. It's an
Cot.
Irish thing.
Cot.
Cot.
C-O-T.
Yeah. No, it's Irish spelling. It's
Right.
C-A-G-W.
Oh, H-P-Y-Z.
Yeah, exactly. She was in the
Oh,
Pogues
the Irish.
for a while, I believe. She was in the Pogues.
Pogues, all right.
Anyway, we were saying goodbye, and I did the cheek kiss, and she went, "Oh no!"
Did she?
Yeah, and I thought, "Oh dear, what have I done?" And she said, "I'm sorry." She recoiled. She physically recoiled, and she said, "Sorry, I don't like the kiss thing." And I was
Did
mortified.
Elvis know that?
Elvis said, "Oh, don't worry about it." And then Jeff Goldblum, I saw that, and I wondered. No, it was nightmarish. So that put me off kissing, and even with hugging, and I'm a very tactile person, I would say. I would have liked to have hugged you the other day if the table wasn't there. I felt the hug, the handshake. Really, it was a sort of a travel version of a hug. But sometimes when you're hugging women,
Frank, be very careful, because I hugged you for about 20 minutes.
I know you
well,
did.
not 20 minutes, that's
But you're like a sister to me.
Oh.
But sometimes when you're hugging women, you become very aware of the fact that they're women. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, I know what you mean, the boobs.
Yeah, and then I just think, oh no, I've got into something now. I don't know quite how to get out of it. And some men, see, when that happens to me, I think, oh no, and I back off. But I think that some men, they actually enjoy hugging a bit too much. There's the lingering
Oh, do they?
hugger. Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to watch out for them.
Well,
Yes. I think that's what happened between Brucey and the Queen.
Oh, well.
I think he went in for a hug.
Well, now it's all coming out.
Lingered too long.
Yeah. I can understand that. She's still an attractive woman. I don't think anyone's going to argue with that, are they?
Absolute Radio.